Good morning, my first night at altitude, and today is my first full day in Kenya, and I slept so well, just wow, 8 full hours of sleep, which is really rare for me, which is really nice. But I wear an Oura ring, and the Oura ring tracks my HRV, and the difference is crazy. Have a look. So my average HRV last night was 24, which is really low for me, because before I came away it was 150. So clearly altitude is having a big impact on my body, and I need to listen to that. So I'm going to go out and have a easy run this morning and just take it super easy and just take in the sights, I guess, and see what it's like to run in Kenya. But I'm going to have to be really careful and go slow with the altitude. I think that's my first power cut since I've been here. I've been told to expect many. Going out on my first run. Can't wait. What a beautiful morning.
So, we're out on my first run in Kenya, and the air is thin. My heart rate's a lot higher for a slower pace, but these trails are amazing, and I'm looking forward to the rest of my time here. So that's the Kaminari track, I think that's how you say it, and it's not used anymore because it needs a bunch of repairs basically, but it's pretty cool. Right in the middle of the turn. So we're taking it super easy, but it's such a beautiful morning. We're on dirt, rocky type road, but I'll be interested to see the different surfaces that they do run on. Apparently if we'd gone the other way it would have been really slightly different to this. It's pretty crazy really. We're doing like between 9 and 10 minute miling, and my heart rate's at like 152.
That was amazing. I absolutely love that. Sun's out, but it's not hot. The route was amazing. It was just undulating, like trail, I don't know what to call it, like clay trail with stones. Beautiful scenery, friendly people, just brilliant. I can't wait to get stuck into this week because that was a great start. So I mentioned my HRV, my heart rate on that run. We were doing like 9-10 minute miles, and my heart rate was like bouncing up to 150, 160. So I backed off again and just took it back down. But yeah, you can really do notice that you're running a lot slower and your heart rate's a lot higher. So it's definitely something to be aware of. I think I'll adapt a little bit, but I think that's what altitude is, isn't it? It just makes it a bit more difficult. So, morning run done, and we're now off to watch the Kenyan Fartlek, the famous Thursday Fartlek. I can't wait. We're going to be joining in next week, but this week I'm going to try and get some footage and film some of it. And yeah, I'm looking forward to watching.
So I'm back in the UK doing the editing now, but I thought as part of this series I'd cut to the UK and discuss some of the things I learned, some of the insights, and just some of the interesting things that I didn't get to record but I wanted to get across in the videos. So the fartlek, that was really interesting. The thing that struck me initially was just how many people were doing it. Such a huge group, which is one of the keys to the success of the Kenyans, is that they train in these big groups, which motivates you, inspires you. You can try and beat your mate who you know ran well in a good race. It's just such a great group ethic, and hundreds of athletes turning up on a Thursday for a fartlek is incredibly motivating. Well, it would be for me if I was training out there full time. The other thing is how difficult the course was. Firstly, the terrain was all rocks and uneven footing. It was really difficult to run fast on, and yet they were running incredibly quick. Additionally, it was so hilly. I don't think the video does it justice, but I wouldn't even say undulating. Some of it was just long, steep climbs, steep downhills. It was really, really hilly route. What I noticed when I was in Kenya is that they weren't scared to do their sessions on a really hard, undulating route. Another takeaway is the strategy. You've got the keen runners that head off really quick early on and in effect blow up. Some runners don't even finish the session because they do blow up. But the majority, I think, as they become more mature, learn that it is important to pace the session a little bit and leave something towards the end, because the hills really do take it out of you, and if you want to finish strong you've got to pace the session. Being on the bike watching it was quite an experience. I didn't know that was going to happen. It was all happened last minute. I jumped on the back of this motorbike and I thought that could be the end of my trip. We were flying along. So the fartlek shot off ahead of us. So we had to catch it up, and we were flying over these bumps. There was these massive boulders and stones, and I really did think there was a good chance we were going to come off the bike. But Enoch, the guy that was riding, is pretty experienced, has ridden that course a number of times, and yeah, we survived. So I talked with one of the athletes that was near the front of the fartlek to see what he averaged, and he averaged 3:10 per kilometre for the ons. For that 2-minute session, 17 times 2 minutes. So that's interesting. Really fast at altitude on such an undulating course. It's pretty impressive. I also asked him how he set up his watch. Does he manually lap? Is he looking at his pace? Is he looking at the time? And he told me he does it all to feel. He said that's the Kenyan way, just run hard to feel. And that he sets up the session beforehand on his watch, so it notifies him. It just beeps when it's time to run slow, and it beeps when it's time to run fast. I agree that that's probably the best way to do this type of session. I guess the final takeaway is I was asking about the warm-up towards the session, and I was told, oh, that doesn't count towards the mileage. So they can do it can be up to 5k, 6k of warm-up to the fartlek, but they don't see that as training. But interestingly, they do see their slow second run of the day as training, even though they're going about the same pace. So it's interesting they don't count that towards the total volume of their week. So many of the local runners in E10 do the fartlek every Thursday, and they change the session from 1 minute on, 2 minute on, 3 minute on, and some of the marathoners sometimes do 5 minutes on. They do up to 30 times 1 minute with 1 minute jog recovery, 17 times 2 minute with 1 minute jog recovery, and 13 times 3 minute with 1 minute recovery. I'm not sure how many 5-minute efforts they do, but that seems to be a rarer session that not all of them would do. So that would be how many they set for the session, but like I said previously, not everyone would finish the session. Some people would cut it short if they're coming back from injury or if they just blow up, whereas many others would finish the whole session over the undulating course. So we've just had coaching corner, which was really, really good. Hugo is, or was, a professional marathon runner and is now a coach. And we basically sat around a table outside a cafe in the sun and just talked about running, talked about training, and we all just gave our views and discussed different aspects of training, and it was just fascinating. I probably bore people back home talking about running, so it's nice to just be around people that are so passionate about running and also other knowledgeable people, because it's always important to try and learn and try and grow. So listening to Hugo talk was really interesting. Listening to Collins, who was also an elite runner and went to America, college system over there. Yeah, it was just really good to hear everyone's different views and training philosophies, and have a good old chinwag. I've never said that before. Why did I say chinwag? Well, it's done now. It's out there. Just have a good chat about running and training and motivation and mental techniques. Absolutely fascinating. I wish I'd filmed it now, but I think that would have put everyone off and they wouldn't have been as open talking if I'd had a camera in their face. But it was a good coaching session, coaching chat, and it's always helpful to grow as a coach and to hear other people's opinions and try and learn as much as I can. Now we're off to do a session. It's meant to be a threshold session, 5 times 6 minutes with 2-minute walk recoveries. I'm not ready for that, so I'll probably just do the session but not at threshold pace. So just make it a run basically. But it'll be fun to film some of it maybe and enjoy getting out for another run in Kenya.
How was it? First rep? Okay?
Feeling good.
Feeling good? That was pace was okay?
Yeah, pace was 3:30 downhill.
3:30, yeah, 3:30 downhill. That's
Uphill's gonna be a different story.
Yeah.
that's very strong, gentlemen. Very strong. What do you think, boys? They did good?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
The second half they should a little bit
A little more? Increase?
Yeah.
Next time we come downhill.
Yeah.
Right, we gotta go.
Okay.
Whenever you want.
Then we go to the left.
See you later.
The left side. The left.
On the left. There they go. Here's our newcomer to the camp, the Welshman, already acclimatized in 24 hours. Was he late or was he hiding in the bush somewhere acclimatizing? We don't know. The kit is on point though, look at him. 10 out of 10 for style. Atta boy. Good job. Here is our Belgian girl, Charlotte. Allez, allez, allons-y, Charlotte. C'est bon. Here's our American. He is an American boy, looking good. Very solid. Good turnover, Marta. It's looking good and efficient. Look at that efficient stride by our assistant coach Collins. Picture of efficiency. Very good, guys, very good. Second rep okay?
Yeah.
Good?
A lot more uphill that time.
A lot more uphill, yeah.
Forget one of us had.
For me.
He's showing off, he can fart next
Yeah.
morning.
This is the #1 Fartlek king in all of E10. Is that true, Emmanuel?
That's right.
Yeah, that's true. We saw it for our own eyes.
Great.
That's good, we got 3 more?
Yeah. Is it 3 more or 4 more?
It's 6 by 5.
Yeah,
4 more then. This guy, to slow me down.
No, it's 6 minutes. 6 minutes by.
okay.
You're not doing 5 minutes by 6, are we?
Right now.
Hugo, they looking good?
Yeah, I'm happy. It was nice.
Yeah.
When Cedric he ran 3:30 per k down.
Yeah.
I was not there, but coming back 3:55.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Comparable with this climbing.
Okay, we gotta go again, yeah?